Hey guys, welcome back to Wacky Engineering, and today we're going to go over some cascading timers. We will also be utilizing an internal relay bit so we can kind of lock that down a little better. And once again, we're using our homemade trainer that we built in a previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet and you want to know how to make this trainer, definitely go back and check that out. If you understand all the instructions we've covered so far, which are the examine if closed, examine if open, output energize, the timer on delay, timer off delay, retentive timer on delay, count up, count down, and internal relays at this point, go back and check that out. If you are familiar with all those, then keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to add several rungs here because what we're going to do is we're going to use some cascading timers to turn on some of these lights in a sequence. And to do that, we are going to use an examine if closed, and then we're going to use a timer on delay. So we're going to use on our first line here another examine if closed. And this is what we're going to use to reset our timers once they have all timed. So we'll use another examine if closed. We'll do an output. And then on the same line, we're going to do our next timer because we're going to have several of these timers that are going to cascade and create lights coming on in whatever time sequence we choose. So we'll do another one of those and another output, and you can put the timer on top, you can put your output instruction on top. That doesn't really make a difference. We'll do one more. Okay, so if I can get my numbers right here, we're going to have input 0, 0, which is our red button, and input 0, 1, which is our green button, and of course I forgot. Let's insert another rung. Let's move this down. Let's move this down on this rung, or we'll delete it since it doesn't want to work. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put our first timer on this line. And we'll do our output. There we go. Now it'll work with me. Drag our output over there, and then we're going to do our internal relay. So we're going to go with that internal relay again. B3, 0, let's go with 5. Normally we would just do the first one, but I always like to show that you can kind of pick whatever address is free. So we're going to use that same internal relay, and that's what we're going to use to create our latching circuit. So once we hit our start button and it triggers this internal relay, it is going to latch itself, and then we're also going to have that same internal relay trigger our first timer. So our first timer is going to be timer 4, 0, timer 1, time base 1, we'll do 2 seconds. So we want to have that timer trigger, let's see, 0 done. So when that timer's done timing, timer 1 done timing, we want to have it trigger an output, which we're going to do output 0, light 1. But we also want to have it trigger the next timer, which we'll do 1, timer 2. And we'll do this one for 3 seconds. And then when timer 4, 1 is done, timer 2 done, it's going to trigger output 1, light 2, and then we're going to trigger the next timer. And this is cascading timers. Let's do 1 second on that one. When timer 4, 2 is done, then we'll do the next timer. So we'll do another output. So this is going to be timer 4, 4, 3, done. Don't get confused. It's easy to get confused when you're running through these like this. Timer 4 done. Output 0, 3, light 4, I think that is. And then we'll do our last timer, which is going to be timer 4, 4, which is timer number 5. And we'll do 1 second. And let's delete 2 of these rungs. And then we'll add one last line, which is going to be the final timer finishing. So T4, 4, done. And output 0, 4, light 5. Okay, so let's check and see. Alright, so we checked it. It looks good. So once again, what we're doing here is we have a stop button. So this is our normally closed button. So this is going to be true when the button's not pressed. We have our normally open button, which won't be true until we press it. It'll trigger this internal relay. This internal relay is going to latch around our normally open button. It is also going to turn on our first timer. After our first timer times its 2 seconds, it's going to trigger this bit, which is going to turn on output 0, 0, which is light 1. It's also going to start timer 2. When it times out, it's going to finish, turn on a light, and start another timer. And that timer turns on another timer and another light, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and download this, and let's check it out. Oh, cascading timers. So let's download it. Change back to run mode and go online. And if we hit this green button, we are going to see that latch in just like it's supposed to. It timed, turn on the first light. It timed, turned on the next one. Time, turn on the next one. When this one hit 5 seconds. And there you go. And that's how quickly it went through it. So let's hit our red button. Let's see it one more time. Okay, so we're going to make one quick change to this program, and that is we want this program to keep looping. So we're going to fix that real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this instruction type to examine if open, and we're going to drag it in here. Oh. Let's see here. There we go. Get it in there, and then we're going to change it to timer 4, 4, done. And we don't need to label that. So when this last timer So after all of our timers have cascaded through and triggered on their light, and we get to the very last one, when it finishes timing, you probably won't see this last light very long at all, but once it finishes, it's going to open this contact here, or this examine if open. So when that opens, it is going to reset our internal relay, which when that triggers off, it is going to restart this timer. And it should trigger right back on. Let's go ahead and download that. And this is kind of a little intro into building your own Christmas light display. If you wanted to use cascading timers, that is definitely a way you could do it. And as you can see, it's cycling through it on its own. So we don't even need this green button to restart it, which is perfectly fine if you're doing something like Christmas lights. Now, we definitely could set this up in a way where we could still have a start button that would start it for the very first time and then have it just keep cycling through. But with the amount of time we have here, we might hit that on the next lesson. If you guys found this video informative, if you found it helpful, you learned something, please hit that like and subscribe button and the alert button so you can see future content when it drops. And once again, thanks for watching.